Ever wondered how to ask better questions? Why is it that some questions you try asking doesn't seem to produce the results that you want for your clients? Well, in today's episode, we're going to explore the power of questioning. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and those Coaching Changes Lives. Every single week we come to you with fresh ideas, fresh concepts to really challenge you and to stretch you in your learning and development as a coach. We believe that coaching is conversational mastery. So if you're new to the channel, do remember hit the subscribe button and notification bell to stay tuned with all the latest updates that we have for you. Now today we're going to look at this notion of future-oriented questioning. Future-oriented questioning. And what is this technique that we're going to talk about? Well, the truth is this. Many times as coaches, as speakers, as conversationalists, we tend to ask questions. But the big question that all of us ask, how do we ask questions? We know we have to ask questions in the conversation process to probe deeper, to inquire more, to reflect, and also to draw out something from our clients. But what about questioning that we ought to do? Well, in our program, in Mastering Coaching, in our advanced programs as well, in the Coaching Intelligence program as well, we explore the power of questioning. And with several strategies and tools and techniques that we use to go deeper with the clients than ever before. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to share with you one of those strategies that's going to help you tremendously to explore and explode your repertoire as a coach. Now, too often you hear me saying this all the time in the programs that I have, or even in my articles, that if you come across an article or a book on questions that you should ask as a coach, run away from it. Why? Because if you look at those questions, you have not learned the art of questioning. It's okay to look at the questions, it's okay to study some questions, but what I want you to do is understand how those questions were derived. I want you to learn the power of questioning. So in the moment of the client, as you listen with the client, you're able to craft questions that truly matters. Because conversation matters, and one of the key things in the whole process of questioning is the ability to evoke awareness. So I said it again, the questioning outcome, it's to evoke awareness. Questioning is a means to certain ends to evoke that awareness, and with that awareness comes clarity about a certain thing. With that clarity comes about certain alignment that can happen within the client, and with that alignment comes the action forward for the client to assimilate within themselves and for them to produce the results they're looking for. So the first thing we're going to look at today is this process called future-oriented questioning. Future-oriented questioning. Now, too often we question and ask questions to probe into the past. For example, when a client has a certain conflict or when a client has certain setbacks, we ask them, what happened? Tell me more. What happened in the past, and what happened in this situation, and why did it happen? So we ask the why, we ask the what happened, we ask the how, and we even ask about, how did it happen in the first place? Now, those questions are good. However, those questions are focused in the past. And questions focused in the past doesn't really promote the client moving forward. What we want is the ability to help the client to push forward and to move forward in their conversations with you. So as a coach, one of the key secrets is this. I heard so many coaches all the time spending so much time getting stuck in the past and getting really confused in the present, but never able to help the client move forward. Now guess what? In the present moment, every single second that passes, it's a past second. What we want is to help the client to look forward. Yes, there's things in the past. We're letting go of the past. There's things in the present. But we want to see forward, take action in the present so we can move in a more compelling manner. Now, that's not to say that we're always looking in the future, and not present relevant. We're looking towards the future, but taking the action today that will impact the long term for us. Some people live in the future, they take no action in the present, but they dream just about the future. What we want to be is we really want to look forward in the future, look at the actions that we have today, take the lessons from the past, and be able to make effective and efficacious action steps forward that will truly change lives. So future-oriented questioning goes about this notion and this principle that the questions we ask is to promote future growth, to promote a sense of future orientation for the client. Because sometimes when the client has certain setbacks, we look and blame our past. We never quite get over it. For example, when we look at a particular event, we have, say for example, your team organized an event. An event went well, but there's certain parts that didn't go so well. So guess what happens? Teams tend to look at the things that didn't go so well and ask what could have been better, what could have been better. Now, the question about what could have been better It's not a really good question, because what could have been better actually glorifies the things that didn't go well. In fact, one of the better questions to ask is this: what would be different in our next run? What would be different in our next run? Now, notice these two questions are quite similar, but the orientation are different. One of those questions is focused in the past, one of those questions are focused in the future. What would be different moving forward? How would you like to change, or what things would you like to upgrade in moving forward in your careers? So when I mentor coaches all around the world as well, many coaches ask me, how can I do better? How can I do better? Right? And they say, okay, where have I gone wrong? Where have I gone wrong? I ask them this one question: where have you gone right? So too often when we look at those little mistakes that we have, we glorify the mistakes and we spend so much time on those mistakes, but never quite thinking and moving forward, crafting strategies that can help us overcome and to advance in our skills, advance in our progression, advance in our performance. So when we switch that paradigm from one of the past-oriented questioning to future-oriented questioning, we're now able to ask questions that helps to promote a sense of action now, but yet moving towards the next future. So are we saying we're denying the past mistakes? No, we're not. What we're saying is this: we take the lessons from the past, the insights from the past, but we don't dwell there. We want to create actioning that moves forward. We are using the questioning process to move the client forward. So for example, if you are a coach and say, hey, Jedi, I want to move from where I am. I want to move to a better level of mastery, my coaching skills, my conversational skills. How do I do that? Well, the secret is this: what is one thing that you would like to see yourself growing in the next 1 year? Okay, that's a future-oriented question. How would you like to upgrade your skills? What skills or what competence would you like to enhance? Would you like to see an upgrade in? Rather than asking what competencies didn't go so well for you, what competencies are your weakest? Rather, let's look at what competencies that will be your strongest. What is now weak but will be your strongest? Now, often this is true. In fact, one of your weakest competencies will always become your strongest competencies. Why? Because that's when you spend a lot more time drilling in, becoming more precise, becoming more, taking more action, and spending more time thinking about those areas as well. As coaches, never be afraid of learning. To me, in the process of coaching, I'm always learning constantly, again and again and again. When the day I thought I've arrived is the day I ask myself, I say, hey, have I missed something? What can I learn more about this particular competencies that will increase or grow me into the next level? What are some areas that I might have missed out that I can go forward in? Now, even that question, it's also kind of shady. What areas have I missed out? Rather, what areas have I yet to explore? What are the missing gems? What are the adventures that I've yet to embark on that could provide a whole new world for me to explore? So those are future-oriented questions. Now, in your questioning with your clients, I want you to try that as well. Rather than focusing on the past, I want you to focus on the future-oriented questioning, and even for your own reflection as a coach. If you're a conversationalist, how do you ask future-oriented questioning? And that will help you to promote a sense of growth, a sense of learning, to really evoke those awareness and to facilitate greater levels of competence. The secret of coaching is this: as a coach, your coaching mindset is one of development and growth, constantly growing. Right? So the secret is this: practice, 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 but it's not just practice without any sense of reflection, but what we call reflective practice that is action-oriented, but yet future-oriented in the questioning process to really move you forward. So next time, if you are coaching a team or coaching leaders, coaching individuals, I want to challenge you. See if you can include more future-oriented questioning and helping them to see what they can do in the present or alter things in the present so they can move one step closer towards where they want to be. So there you have a powerful principle on future-oriented questioning technique, and I hope you can apply this. Leave your comments below in the section below. Share me your thoughts, what happened in your coaching conversations that had changed ever since using this future-oriented questioning. And I look forward to seeing you in one of our events. We have many events all around the world that we travel around the world. We also have virtual events. I want you to tune in to some of our events. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do remember to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to stay tuned with all the latest updates. And if there are videos that you'd like me to cover, do feel free as well to put those questions down below and say, hey Jedi, I want you to cover this area. I have questions on this area. Feel free to ask me those questions, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.